Hello there guys, it's Joey. So I thought seeing as I'm back, boom boom boom, I'd start off with a little bit of a haul video, a witchy haul. It's been a little while since I've done a haul of any description, and it's because I've been mostly saving up. I have bought a few bits here and there over the month. It's only a very small amount over the month. It's probably even more than a month, but I thought I'd do this little haul and show you some bits. I got 3 bits that I purchased from a witchy Etsy store, so we'll do those last and we'll talk about that. And some crystals. But first I really want to show this incredibly cute box that I got from... Now it's from TK Maxx, but I think I actually got it in Home Sense. And that's their home brand of TK Maxx, or TJ Maxx as it is in America. It's all very confusing, but in the UK it's TK Maxx, so there you go. And it was at £3 or something. Now technically this is a soap. It's you open it up and there is a Punch Studio made in the US soap, but that's really not why I bought it. As fellow witches can attest, boxes and jars and bottles that are interesting, shiny and pretty, we all like hone in on them. I liked this for its vintage feel. I'm a big fan of things when they look quite vintagey. I don't always go for vintage, but I do like things that speak to me of sort of 1940s, 1950s glamour, and I kind of looked at this. I actually thought it was going to be like a powder, like with the little powder puffs in, like you can get the, you used to be able to get them in places like Lush, but they didn't do the powder puffs, they just had it in a box. But it's a very vintagey feel thing of like having one of those little puffs and putting a little bit of powder on your skin. So I thought it was one of those. It's not, it's a soap, but I really like the sort of floating away hot air balloons and all the sort of shimmy glitter. It was lovely. So there's that. I don't know what the soap's like. It smells nice. Because I haven't used the soap, obviously that's not why I bought it, but there you go. So that's the first thing that's kind of non-witchy, but I think witches like boxes and bottles and things of that description. So we'll do crystals next. I'll just put a bit of tissue down, so I know it's all very, I don't know, very careful I guess. Right, so the first one is this, and it's quite little, but I'm going to zoom in. I'm going, oops, too far, there we go, and I'm going to move it around, and I hope you can see the light. There's actually a tiny little bit of purple moving through this at the bottom. Right, so this is a Herkimer quartz diamond, and this is actually a smoked one. A Herkimer quartz diamond isn't actually a diamond, it's a type of quartz found in and around Herkimer, New York. So I have the Book of Stones here for meanings. I'm sure I did see one particularly for smoky quartz, but let's have a look if I can find it, or if it's just... Well, let's just read from Naisha Asian's meanings. So they are popular for dreams and visions. They activate and open the crown and third eye chakras, stimulating inner vision and heightening dream state. They're useful in lucid dream work. Powerful allies for astral travel, dimensional shift, and unconventional inner exploration. Can assist in meditation by opening one's higher chakras, stimulate the third eye, crown and etheric chakras, and increase psychic sensitivity. They can be used to help support eyesight correction or healing. Excellent purifiers, particularly in healing spaces and with regards to other stones. They also energize other stones around them. I read that and I can't find where that is. Oh no. Right, it might be in the Crystal Bible then for the smoke one. So they assist in all dream work, astral travel, time travel, dimensional shift, help illuminate and clear the emotional body. And the affirmation for them is, I call forth my deepest dreams and highest visions and commit myself to attaining and grounding in the physical world the highest possible spiritual energies. So while I have a look in the Crystal Bible for this, I'm going to say that I chose all of the crystals that I bought on intuition and gut like I always do, but I knew what the other two were. So this I didn't know and hadn't worked with previously. However, this one, more than any other, really energetically spoke to me. So usually when I'm feeling the energies, I'm sort of connecting and feeling out and thinking, yes, I'm going to need this soon, or I get a gut feeling about it basically. But with this one spoke directly to me. It like sent energy up my arm, which is always a key sign that something more is going on, that it's necessary, it's needed. Transformation, bringing your soul purpose forward. Smoky Herkimer in particular has a particularly strong grounding energy that heals the earth chakra. Right, so it's in particular its focus is on the grounding aspect. And I think that this is particularly poignant for me right now, that it's very much about taking one's soul purpose and grounding it and manifesting it into reality, and not allowing anything negative to stand in the way of one's highest soul purpose. To keep believing in oneself despite all the naysayers, to ground all that crap away and just focus on your dreams and making your dreams come true and sticking with it basically. So I could almost cry, it's so poignant right now. So I love this little guy. Next up is our rather large and rather lovely piece of black kyanite. It's very expressive, this piece of black kyanite. Now, I've worked and do work with black kyanite in particular quite a lot. I consider it to be perhaps more Morrigan-esque than any other kyanite. I think quite a lot of the black stones do sort of resonate with Morrigan quite well. So black kyanite clears blocked energies in any chakra and replaces the meridian system. It's both grounding and energizing, increasing one's vibrational frequencies without taking one out of the body. Useful in energetic healing because it clears imbalances and brings forth an unhindered flow throughout one's various systems, can take one back in past lives and forward to probable futures, experiencing interdimensional consciousness without losing one's connection to Earth. Combines synergistically well with Numite, which of course is one of my absolute favourites. So you're seeing a sort of pattern emerging here, that both of these crystals so far relate to grounding one in the present, in the Earth realm, but to help one manifest one's highest purpose, one's dreams, to be able to access energies and information and spiritual truth without getting woo-woo wah-wah on it, with bringing it into real life and really grounding and manifesting that into reality. And I think that's a really exciting prospect. It's quite protective as well. It reminds me of a crow wing. And to that effect, it kind of works with that sort of manifesting energies, and it also works with the idea of past, present and future energies, because within Crow Totem, the crow is said to be able to see past, present and future. You know, he's a shapeshifter, a traveller, accessor of magician, and I think that works really, really well with regards to the imagery between kyanite, its connection to Morrigan, and Crow Totem energy, of course. Right, so I'm just going to find the last one. There we go. So the last one for the crystals is a piece of lithium quartz. It's an absolutely beautiful piece of lithium quartz. I do have a cluster which I haven't worked with extensively, and perhaps this is going to come into focus now. I'm just going to see if I can see it over here. I think it, yeah. So perhaps I'm going to be working with lithium quartz within masculine and feminine because, and I'll give you the meanings in a minute, this is just my thought process, but this is a very masculine piece, obviously, with its point, and then this is my cluster of lithium quartz, and that's quite feminine in its shape and its physical representation. So I've just had that very strong feeling that the lithium quartz is balancing masculine and feminine within this spell work that I'm going to be using it for. So it's got a lovely purple running to the point as well. I really like it. It's really quite masculine, this piece. So lithium quartz can be used to safely and gently activate any chakras. They will enhance the depth of meditation as well as the quality of inner visions received. The vibration of this stone is of profound healing and emotional peace, release from tension, and awakening of the higher self. Surrender is one of the keys to self-liberation, and lithium quartz seems to release oneself from attachments that bind the self. Ideal meditation stone. Wearing lithium quartz or carrying lithium quartz will bring the user to a more conscious state of connection to his or her higher mind and heart. Healers love working with these stones, especially the larger crystals. They bring a client to an easy state of relaxation without any sluggishness. Facilitate the release of negative attachments of all types, and reinforce the positive energy flow. Heart healing stone in particular, working by alleviating stress, calming frayed nerves, and allowing one to relax. Lithium quartz is also useful in helping one release attachment to a desired outcome. There is a saying that God's greatest gift is an unanswered prayer. Sometimes that which we truly desire and believe to be our highest good does not manifest. At these times, opening oneself to the will of the divine by surrendering control and effort is the only path to ensure one's personal balance. Wow, I know all about that this week. Surrender and allowing emotional peace and well-being is the wisest path. Affirmation: I move into alignment with my higher self in a calm flow of peace, joy, into greater peace and greater joy. So yeah, it's all very apt, as it always is with the crystals. Whenever I choose crystals on instinct, it's always full of messages that I need to heed. So yeah, so that's the crystals. And last but not least, I decided to try a new witchy store on Etsy. What's it called? Wild Wizard Crafts, and they're situated in Scotland. There are some real positives and a couple of things that I'm a little bit less happy about with regards to this. My main complaint is the posting cost, the postage cost, and I think it was unreasonable, and it was so unreasonable that it nearly put me off purchasing, because it's in the UK. It counts as UK shipping, and I know how much. Okay, I charge for first class shipping £5.40, and that's for first class shipping with, you know, boxing and everything, and it's all very well boxed and whatever. This shipping was over £8, and it was sent second class, and it came quickly. That's fine, but I just thought that was a little bit much for the shipping. But I really wanted to try them, so I did it, and I'm not disappointed in the items. I think the items are really great for them. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to show you the two little things I bought. I also got a free gift, so I guess we'll do the free gift first. I didn't get a card or like an acknowledgement or a receipt, which is a bit odd, but I did get 3 free gifts. Now, I may well... I'm keeping one, I don't know about the other 2. I might be doing a giveaway at some point soon, and if I do, then the other 2 will probably go in the giveaway because they're just not my jam. But the first one is like this tiny little hagstone. So I was really... Ooh, too far. I mean, it's tiny, and it'll go on the Morrigan altar. For sure, in her offering, but I thought that was really cool. I really like that. I think it's a hagstone. I'm pretty sure it's hagstone rather than bone. It might be bone, but I'm pretty sure it's just a little hagstone. Again, if I'd had a note, then I'd know what it was exactly, but I don't know. And then I got a free gift of a little green heart, and I'm fairly certain it's just a fabric one. It's cute. Again, I'm not a big fan of green, so but there's free gifts, so I'm not complaining of anything at all. And then there was a little keyring of Diana with the with the moon there and the fawn, and there you go. They're not my jam at all. They're very pretty, but they're not my jam at all. So, because I just have nothing to do with the Greek pantheon in terms of working or anything of that nature. I've felt the energies when creating for other people, but it's not my personal thing. So I think that the heart and the keychain may well go in a giveaway and pass on that goodness to where it's meant to go. Right, so I ordered 3 things. The first thing I ordered was bed straw, also known as cleavers, and it came in a little package like this. There's unfortunately a couple of hairs in here. Oh well. It smells nice. They seem okay. So they're also known as cleavers, clivers, goosegrass, hedge herif, wow, catchweed, scratchweed, robin run in the grass, loveman, all sorts of names. That's interesting. Ideal for spells for binding and other potions, collected with offering and permission from plant spirit, used in love, relationship, commitment, communication, protection, and lunar magic. Carry on the person to attract love and good communication. Added to incense to protect from problematic people and removing obstacles. Said to gain commitment from your partner when secretly placed in their pocket. A good herb for lunar magic. And known by many names worldwide. So there you go. I didn't actually focus on the meanings when I was purchasing them. I just kind of felt drawn to them, and so usually when that happens it's for a reason. So, like we can tell with the crystals. So I decided to give that a go. Now, one of the things I really wanted, the next two things are the two things that I really wanted, and then the bed straw clivers, I was just like, I've got a feeling I might need some of those, and I didn't have any. So it's a shame there's no label on this, but I was super excited to see battlefield dirt. Now, I don't really have access to battlefield dirt. I have access to hedgerows. I can go. I can go in the woodlands. I can do all that, but battlefields, not so much. So, yeah, basically from a battlefield in Scotland. And it has a really wondrous energy. It had this, and the other thing that I bought, I was really pleased with. These two in particular. This energy is wonderful, and you can feel power coming off this particular energy. And they don't give a meaning for battlefield powder, so why would you buy battlefield powder? Well, if you work with a goddess such as the goddess Morrigan, then it probably makes a whole lot of sense to you already. It's a really wonderful thing to give an offering. And the reason that you give it an offering is because of the connection that Morrigan has to the earth. And battlefields obviously retain memory of battle, of past glories, of past losses, of the energy and the honour and the loss and all of those things to do with battle magic. And all of that makes a wonderful offering, in particular to the goddess Morrigan in that aspect. And I'm fully aware that I keep going on, it's not the only aspect, but we have to honour that aspect of the goddess herself. Now, if you weren't using it for that, which is what I'm going to be using it for, you can also do it for, protective things. If you're coming under attack, that sort of barrier powder, and then mix it into your barrier powders and things of that nature. So you can use it for things such as that. So the very last thing that I decided, and I saw it and I was kind of in awe. I mean, the tin looks a bit beat up, but it's called the Curios of Nature tin. And I wanted this because there's just no way I would have access to most of these things, because they are from Scotland. See, the tin's a bit beat up, but it's still cute. And it's basically a beachcomber witch kit that a witch has gone and beachcombed in Scotland and accumulated and put together some really interesting bits and pieces. I'll try and identify what each and every one of them are, but I'll read the blurb. Lovely tin treasury of Scottish Highland beachcombed and woodland forage treasures, including moss and lichen, bones, shells, crab claw, ram tooth, beech pottery, birch bark, oak apple, snakeskin, briar rosebud, fossil, snail shell. So there you go. I don't have access to a beach. I've lived about as far away as I can get from beaches, almost, not completely, but almost my entire life. I've lived like near the middle of England as long as I can remember, apart from a few years when I lived further south. So let's have a look, see if we can figure out which bits are bits. I mean, it's a wonderful looking tin. So let's just pop that there. Well, that's your crab claw, and that's wonderful. There's no way I would have got a natural shed crab claw. And obviously, there's a shell from the beach. There's a lovely spiral effect there. Snail shell. The spirals are really wonderful, of course, for sort of labyrinth work, for higher self work, things of that nature. So that'll be the oak apple. I'm not going to look up at each individual meaning, or we will literally be here all day. Bit of bone. I don't, unless that's the tooth. Is that the ram's tooth? Oh no, that'll be the ram's tooth. So this is just random bone. I kind of wish I knew what kind of bone it is. This looks like pelvic bone. So I'm gonna guess I just picked it up and I had the feeling like vole, but I couldn't tell you for certain. I'm gonna have a look on their site, see if they had vole, and it looks like vole. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of bone that is. And then of course there's beach pottery. I'm not overly fussed about beach pottery in particular, but that's going to be the tooth, the ram's tooth. And another seashell. And then that will be the rosebud. Yeah. And there's just a stone from the sea. I wish it was a bit more hagstone. Hagstones, I refuse to buy one given the price on a lot of hagstones, so I'm not sure about that bit either, whether that's just... Right, and that's the snake skin. Be careful with that. And I definitely wanted some of that because I just don't have any. That's a beautiful little shell, very, very full moon lunar-esque in its imagery, its shininess. Another piece of elongated shell. It's very interesting. That almost looks like a piece of pyrite. It's very, very shiny. It could be pyrite. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looks very much like it. And then we have some birch bark. It's beautiful. Oh, shivers. And then we have moss and lichen, and the moss and lichen really spoke to me, so the moss and lichen are in the bottom there. So it's very sea related for the most part. It spoke to me because it was very much somewhere between the cycles. It felt like that in-between space. It felt very life and death to me. It felt timeless and ageless and about the transformation energies again. So, you know, with the shedding of skin, shedding of bone, claws and things that have been shed, shells, teeth. It's very much about transformation. And I'm wondering about this. I think that maybe it's... ideas down below in the comment section if you think you know what that kind of bone, pelvic bone that is. I love this. I love the claw. Big fan of the claw. The claw! Okay. So yeah. There's something very transformative, very skin, teeth and bone about it. It's just, I really, really wanted it, really spoke to me, and feeling the energies are, whoo, they're good. So the energy of this and the energy of the battlefield powder is beautiful. I really liked it. I thought the prices for those two were really good. Shipping not so much, but other than that I think I had a really good experience with them. It came quickly. Did I order it Friday and it came Monday? When did I order it? Tell me, iPad. Let's find out. we will if iPad wakes up. I ordered it on the 3rd, and today is the 7th. But we've had the weekend, of course. So I ordered it on the Thursday, and it came by Monday. So that's okay, it's pretty good. So all in all, I'm happy. The shipping kind of puts me off from doing it regularly. I think that's a shame because there are other bits and pieces that might interest me in the future, and the shipping kind of puts me off a bit. But other than that, I think, and I understand when it's overseas and things, but when it's in the UK, it's like, So, all in all, I really enjoyed it. I think the items themselves are lovely. I love the idea. I love the feel. It's a little bit more traditional witchcraft than the items that I regularly make and things, so I kind of like that sort of sea witch feel that I can't regularly access. So people sometimes are like, oh, well, why do you buy things when you make things? And it's because of the difference in energies, the difference in location half the time. You know, if you don't have regular access to certain things, then it can be good to support others in the community, and that's what I was doing. So that's it for this particular video. I hope you enjoyed, and many blessings.